there, VC. It's Steve Whitty here. It's Saturday, the 7th of October. Time is ridiculously early. It's 6:35 in the morning. I woke up a little bit earlier than I'd planned, so I thought killing time before I do anything else, I'd record a video. Excuse me, the throat is a little bit dry, so wet my whistle with a bit of tea. Oh, thank you. That's better. This video is I'm going to go through my September buys, and the first one is the first part of my CD haul. In comparison to vinyl, I brought a lot more CDs. There were some good CDs, some that came available that I decided to purchase. So that's going to be split into two. The vinyl is going to come in a separate video, so don't worry, vinyl fans. There is going to be a video for the vinyl I managed to find in September. So, as Meister said, this is part one of the CDs. So I'm not going to prattle on too much. I'm just really going to whittle through them. So, first one I managed to pick up. This is Fiona Apple's Tidal album. I believe it's her debut album. Big hit in the States. Got commonly referred to in South Park. If it's not Fiona Apple, I don't give a rat's arse, or something like that. Next one, a group that I haven't got much of. I've got a lot of download, but I haven't got much physical. That's the Black Keys, and this is the El Camino album. And if you haven't seen it, it's just the cover. It's just different ranges of El Caminos. I believe it must be a type of station wagon, a car in the States, not commonly available over in the UK. Great band. Gold on the Ceiling, Lonely Boy, the standout tracks on this album. I need to get more of the Black Keys. Courtesy of Birmingham Libraries, this is Eric Clapton's. There's a bit of glare here. That's better. It's this Clapton album. Now, I believe, I'm trying to think, when did this come out? 2010, I believe this came out. So it's quite a recent album. River Runs Deep, Judgment Day, How Deep's the Ocean, my very good friend the Milkman. It's standard. It's not nothing outstanding, but it's okay. Not a bad album. What I picked up in here, I got two boxes. It's John Coltrane and a booklet. And what was missing was the actual box. What it is, it's John Coltrane, and it's his Legacy 4 CD set. Jazz is something I'm not that au fait with. I haven't got much access to it, to be honest. And so when I saw this, I thought, well, I'll pick this up. And I found some of it to be a bit of a difficult listen. I mean, obviously they're easier artists to get into jazz than Coltrane. Glad I've got it, but it's quite a difficult listen. Now the CDs are split. I've got to get this right in the right order into 4 distinct titles. So the first one is known as, if you can see that, the harmonic and melodic. Then CD2 is the rhythmic. CD3 is the Elvin and Train, and then CD4 is the live. As I said, some of it was difficult to listen to, mainly because I'm not used to jazz. But it's I'm going to persevere with it and see if I can get more into it. It comes with a nice little booklet, 64-page booklet, explains everything. So for a couple of quid, I thought that was a bargain. No, out of box or no out of box. Plugging a gap in my collection. Some album I did have, and I must have got rid of it. or lost it or lent it. This is Crowded House Woodface album. Now, in the UK, this was their breakthrough album. I know that the debut album did particularly well in the US, on the back of Don't Dream It's All Over. Standout tracks: Fall at Your Feet, Chocolate Cake, Weather With You, Four Seasons in One Day, It's Only Natural. You know, it's just a strong album with strong songs on there. Took a punt with this. This is Danger Mouse and Sparkle Horse, Dark Night of the Soul. It's okay. I quite actually enjoyed it. I got some Sparkle Horse as a download, so I thought I knew of it, I knew of the artist, so I thought it was worth taking a punt there. This is probably one I was glad I picked up. This is the Ethiopians, and this is the Train to Scarville, an anthology on Trojan Records. A double album, 56 tracks of ska, reggae, blue beat, whatever you want to call it. Just absolutely brilliant. Brilliant album, brilliant way of spending a couple of hours. So glad on here. Next, Evanescence, or that's how you pronounce it. Their big album, really. Got, the hype sticker says, it's got Bring Me to Life on it. At the time, you know, was it? I can't use the sort of emo goth type album I took a punt on. It's quite enjoyable. This is Joy Zipper. This is sort of like a new wave-ish album. American Whip is the album title. Good album. I'm very pleased to have that. Band showing my heavier side a little bit. This is Korn, and this is Take a Look in the Mirror. This album came out in, God, when did this album come out? I think this is, I'm not sure if it's late 90s or early 200s. To be honest, I should have looked it up beforehand. Standard fare for it. It's not, you know, it's not. You got here as a hype sticker right now. Did My Time, and the hidden track is their version of Metallica's One. Not again, it's okay. Not a great album. Moving on to my folky side, this is Seth Lakeman, who's quite a big fish in the British folk movement. This is his album Poor Man's Heaven. What I like about Seth Lakeman is that he's willing to mix it up a little bit and look at other genres of music to enhance his sound. He's not afraid to work with different people, and it's quite an enjoyable listen. I've listened to a couple of his albums before, and I think very enjoyable. Somewhat deliciously gorgeous. This is Isabel Campbell and Mark Lanegan, Sunday at Dirt Devil. This was their second album, collaborative album they did together. Some have said it's a modern day Lee Hazelwood and Nancy Sinatra, and I could see why. You've got Seafaring Song, The Raven, Salvation, Who Built the Road. It's just an absolutely wonderful dark. Lanegan's voice just so well worn. Where, you know, compare it to Isabel Campbell. Isabel Campbell was in Belle and Sebastian, and it comes a bit surprised. She'd just left and got in contact with Lanegan and thought about this make it record. They seemed to get on well, and I think they made 3 albums together. I think this is the second one, but great record. Moving on to the next pile. This is part 1. You can see how many I've got. A bit of a Linkin Park by, obviously Chester Pennington had passed away. Now, reading up on the band, I didn't realise how popular they were. This is the debut album, Hybrid Theory, and what I've read, and this, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the only record that's been released this millennium that sold 30 million plus. I might be wrong, and correct me if I am wrong. that's what I've read. That followed that Meteora. I think that sold 20 million plus. And then I picked up this. This is Reanimation, which is sort of like a mashup of their best of different mixes. But this is a DVD audio. So what you've got it in surround. You've got a surround sound release, your normal stereo release, and you also got some videos. Now DVD audio, sorry, never really took off, but they kept the booklet in there, so there were quite a few albums that Warner Brothers put out in this format. I don't know if anybody else, other companies put it out in the format. Some quite well-known albums. So I might keep my eye out to see if I get any more. I have to say, DVD audio, it doesn't work if you just got a DVD set up to your telly. I think it does probably benefit if you've got a full home surround sound speaker. And that might be why it never really took off. And I suspect discs were probably a bit more expensive. Some like pop, like 80s early to pop, Luscious Jackson. This is Electric Honey. Band I was aware of, I just hadn't got any, so and too bad. Just pop music. A band that I'm aware of, partly because my nephew likes them so much. It is Muse. This is their debut album, Showbiz. Nothing too spectacular. The sound grew, the popularity grew, and this is their third record, Origin of Symmetry. And you've got on here Newborn, and their version of Feeling Good was probably the best known track on there. And they're probably their really big breakthrough album, which certainly broke through in the States, Black Holes and Revelations. The videos seem to be always on MTV, VH1, wherever, or Kerrang. They always were on there. And you've got Take a Bow, Supermassive Black Hole, Starlight, Nights of Sedona, which had a great video to go with this. I'd probably say this is their best album, actually. So my nephew raves on about them, thinks they're the best three-piece in the world, and I'm thinking, no. Listen to some Rush, mate. I'll educate him when I'm on holiday. With Heavy Heart, and I picked this up a couple of weeks ago, and Monday night was all State of Confusion, and then when I woke up Tuesday morning, literally it broke that we lost Tom Petty, and the DJ, the guy called Chris Hawkins, and he has a slot called 515, which he uses the intro as the 515 from the Who Quadrophenia album, and it's basically you either tweet or text in a request for a song to be played at that time. And somebody suggested American Girl because of what happened to Tom Petty. And literally, as he was announcing it, the news had broken. You could hear the DJ's voice break up a little bit over it. A couple of weeks ago, I've managed to pick up a copy of Into the Great Wide Open. My mate Kevin, now lives in Scotland, he, on his tribute, found his old ticket and his old T-shirt out. He's a bit of a hoarder. And I remember him going with another mate who's sadly no longer with us to see him at the NEC. It's a great album. I've seen the tribute videos going around. I haven't put one up because I'm lacking in the Tom Petty collection. I've got a greatest hits that came out in the 91, I think. And this is my first album I've got. I've already got some downloads, but actual physical record I haven't. But the thing is, I knew a lot of the songs, so it's one of those, an artist by its songs, but you haven't got that much. So maybe when things have calmed down a little bit, I'll start rectifying it by a few more CDs just to build up the collection. Found this. This is Prince's. I think this is known as Planet Earth album. Now this wasn't brought initially. This was sort of free with the mail on Sunday. It's a promotional. I've managed to pick this up from the shop I volunteer at because technically it's not for resale, so we can't sell it. So, okay. bit of a shame that Prince had to resort to that. Sort of like a mini album. This is the Rapture out of the races onto the tracks. Sort of like not bad album. Yeah, fine. I'd got it on download, so I was aware of it. Bit of classic 90s indie pop, The Sundays. And this is their album, Reading, Writing and Arithmetic, their debut, I think. It might have been their debut, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the reissue on Parlophone. It originally came out on Rough Trade. Too much glare here. Damn you CDs. The best known track here is Here Where the Story Ends. And it became more known to me because I wasn't aware the song is original. In 1999, it became a hit single for a band called Tintin Out or something like that, I think. A top 20 single. It's a great album, actually. I was glad I picked this up. I was aware of it. And my final album in this bunch, this is a bit of how diverse my music tastes are, is Ali Farka Touré. And this is Red and Green. Basically, it's a 2 CD set. A red album and a green album. Unfortunately, when I picked the box up, it only had the green album. I have not got the red, sadly. The red was not included. This is the green album. So maybe somebody out there has got a copy of the red CD without a box. If you do have, let me know, and I'll willingly add it to complete the collection. So that's my CD haul part 1. There's quite a few more to show you. So if you liked what you've seen, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Feel free to comment. I'll reply back to you. If you've stumbled upon my channel for the first time and you liked what you've seen, click the subscribe button. Always grateful for some subscribers. I'm not, losing too much sleep. I'm sort of stalling about in the early hundreds. It is what it is. You either like me or you don't. And I'm not going to go around begging for subscribers. So I'll end it there. I sort of stumbled there on my words. So until the next video, take care of yourselves, VC. Enjoy your Saturday. I'm going to go back and listen to my World Football Phoning podcast. And keep smiling, keep listening to that music. Take care.